Need to put it in? Okay. Um, Go over there and sit on the other side. Can you see from that desk? If you get that stuff out of the way? Uh huh. Will that work? Okay. All right. Okay, Teresa, I am going to start over just for you. So you need to open your lab. Yes. Irwin. She works for Rittner now. Uh huh. She decided she needed a change. Okay. All right, Teresa. Now that you got that. All right. So 113 social media. Make sure you open your lab, and you know it takes about 2 minutes. And then right here, number two, it says open the activities folder on your desktop and double click A113 homepage. So you're going to click here. I already have it open. So let me find it down here. There it is. Okay. And you're going to get connected to this. Okay. This is your page. So you need to review your posts and take a look at what's here. Oh, it's a puppy dog. So my question is, should you just arbitrarily click on things? Only if you can. Only if you trust. Only if you trust. So we're gonna look. So here. So this is. I'm gonna watch Malta here for a minute. Okay. All right. I've got some questions for you that are also in here. So, this Shania Jones. So let's take a look at this and let's see what's wrong. Hmm? So let's see what's wrong. Studies at CHS, Central High School, Chicago, Illinois. They're single. So what is wrong right here in this section? What is wrong in this section right here?
What you mean? What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it? What personal information is he giving away? Huh?
Where she live? Like this?
Yeah. So where? Well, Chicago, Illinois. That's pretty descript. Nondescript.
Oh, the school?
The school. Yeah. So this right here. No, no. Somebody can track you. This right here. No, no. Okay. This tells you this puts out a red flag. What your relationship status is, especially if you're single, puts out a red flag that, ooh, maybe I can hit them up. Oh, look at that. They're looking for somebody. I'm going to like stalk them. I mean, there's weird people out there forever. There's weird people everywhere. This statement, I'm probably hiking right now. If they can find you through studies at CHS and that you're single and I'm probably hiking, well, one, if they can figure out where you live, somebody can figure out where you live just based on this. So studies of CHS, okay, that is gonna round it down. If this is a high school person, that's gonna round this down to, oh, if they go to this high school, CHS, then they live within this specific area. Okay, so stalkers are horrible. I'm probably hiking right now. They probably don't go outside of their geographic area to go hiking. Something else somebody can find. It also tells you that, oh, they don't spend a lot of time at home because they like to hike a lot.
Yeah, since that person is single, they're probably alone hiking by themselves.
Right. And exactly. That person's probably alone because they're single, hiking by themselves. So, on another note, a lot of women that are single and don't want people to bother them will still wear a wedding ring because then it really cuts back on the people that are going to hit on them. Okay. All right. Um, Congratulations, Amanda. Best wedding ever. Is there anything in here in this statement right here that would identify who Amanda is, where to find her, where he's at or she's at? Not a whole lot. I mean, it doesn't have her last name, does not have where the wedding took place, doesn't have where the date was. So, I mean, it's kind of, there's not a whole lot there. You know, you don't want to call somebody out and give their information. The closest thing would be 1 hour. All right. So maybe they got home after the wedding and posted it and it was great. Here, a lot of fun here at the Millennium Dance Club. Well, it's telling you exactly the name of the business, the Millennium Dance Club. Is that good? That identifies where you've been. So, what about with and the fact that you're still in high school? Some people don't like to be tagged. What about this statement here? I can't believe you. Everybody knows you stole my boyfriend. That is uncool. That, you know, calling out the person they're claiming stole the boyfriend, sharing your emotional trauma. I'm bad about this. I do that. I do that sometimes when I'm really upset. If you're putting it out towards just the general population who's up for some hiking today, something like that is better sent in a personal, non-public message. Because no, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the middle of the row over there. So this right here, who's up for some hiking? I mean, it's perfectly innocent, but it would be best if you sent it so that only the people that you want to go hiking with or you want to ask about. Okay. Dogs are the best. Love my little Lucy. This is, believe it or not, people think it's absolutely innocent. If you name your dog or your pet in a general open to everybody, then that's another way somebody can figure out who you are. You might be hiking, you might have your dog with you, and you call her, "Hey, Lucy!" And it's like, "Oh, there she is. Oh, there he is." Another thing, too, is that maybe this person uses Lucy as a password. That gives a hacker an opportunity to get in. You know, don't name your animals. Announcing a vacation. School break. 2-week vacation. What is this telling you? What is this statement right here telling you? If you were a hacker, what is it telling you? Where you're going? What else does it tell you? Look at the hashtags. Read the hashtags.
You're gonna be there for 2 weeks.
Going to be there for 2 weeks,
And you on school break.
and you're on school break. So that also means the school's closed. That means nobody's going to be at home. And definitely, they're not even going to be close enough to do anything about it if somebody does break into your house. So the big thing at one point in time was never put your face on your social media page. That's so many people do it now that it's kind of hard to get around it. And I actually have friends that refuse to communicate with somebody if it does not have their face on it on social media because they want to know who they're talking to. Well, at the same time, so does a criminal. And somebody can do a right click, copy image. They can track you. They can make a bio of you. They can assume your identity. Oh, that's my login. No, we don't want that. And that's Sanaya's login. It's not going to let me copy. But yeah, you can. So, it'll let you copy here, but it won't let me paste it because it's not really. Let's see if it does it. Nope. The other thing too is what's one of my favorite things? Snipping tool. You can snip somebody's face. Use it. Now this one's kind of okay because if they want to use the face but with a different name, it's really hard to strip out that name over the face. You're going to end up losing the face. So that is, a criminal's not going to, if they can't copy it, they're not going to want to cut it and then use it and apply a different name to it because they're not going to be able to strip those names out of that image. But we all like to have our faces. The other thing is too, make sure that whatever image you're putting up represents you in a positive light, not a negative light. Because if you don't have this locked down, if you don't have, and even there are ways anyhow, even if it's locked down for somebody that's not one of your friends, a future employer to go and find it. And if you have some kind of a derogatory, flashing a gun, smoking, flipping people off, doing the nasty, whatever, or having an offensive image of any kind, then they're going to see that and they're going to go, I don't think I want that kind of personality working here. You're interviewing for the job before you've even gone to the interview. I hate to tell you, that is, social media has done that to us. Don't be posting, hey, that was one awesome fight we had on school grounds the other day. Don't be doing that. So, it asks you in your notebook to identify which posts are safe and appropriate and which ones pose concerns in regard to safety ethics, and explain your reasoning. Okay. You'll end up, I'm going to find another page and I'm going to make that like a quiz. So pay attention. Pay attention to what you're doing. Okay. All right. Think about the rules people should abide by to stay safe and ethically sound on a social media. So, what kind of rules should you abide by? Don't post your location. Yeah. Don't post your current activities. Don't post names along with pictures. Don't post anything that somebody else might think is offensive, like right here. I can't believe you called them out. Look at that, 128 comments. Yeah, don't do that. Again, a future employer, if you don't have this locked down tight, and even if you do, a lot of companies buy software that can hack into your social media. That's white hat hacking. And they can use it for good or they can do it for evil. If they use it for evil, that's evil hacking. That's black hat. White hat, the good guys, black hat, the bad guys. Cowboy movies. You can tell how old the internet is and social media because, they reference like old timey people things. Okay. Don't post, don't post things that, like David said, telling where you're going to be and what you're going to do. Definitely don't post a schedule. Don't post a schedule. Now, when you come back from Malta, oh, just got home, had the best 2 weeks ever. Here's some pictures. Right. Because you're home. Right. You're home. Update your code of conduct. So, our code of conduct. Update the classroom code of conduct to include rules and guidelines you have created related to social media. Take some notes in your notebook right now because you will be submitting code of conduct based on everything you've learned so far. What kind of code of conduct do you think needs to be added to classroom code of conduct when it comes to computer and cybersecurity? Anything related to social media. So this includes your comments too. So if you, I wish it would let me open the comments, but it won't. So this includes Google Classroom. What kind of comments should you post in Google Classroom? Non-offensive comments. Okay. What if you're going to be out of school? Should that be a public comment or a private comment? Private comment just to me, or a public to the whole class? Private comments. Yeah. Don't post public comments. That's the same thing as saying, I'm on vacation. All right, it says click settings on the menu bar. Where are our settings? Settings right here. So we're going to click settings. Okay, so Shania Jones. And review the My Account section. So My Account, we're in My Account right now. Username, email, time zone. So what do you think is now My Account? This is only something that you see. Okay. What is one thing? I can tell you one thing right now that I would see, and it's the email. So this is her school or professional email. If that's visible to anybody, then they know where she works or goes to school again for certain because it has a school email on there. Okay. So a screenshot, security settings, alert about unrecognized logins. You should always have that. Always have that. All right. That should always be taught. Two-step verification login. Yeah, because you want to make sure it's you. What if somebody gets a hold of your password? So privacy. Who can see your posts? What's she got it sent to? Everybody. You don't want that. Okay. Friends are private. You don't want that. You can do friends. You can make a private and then share each individual post that you want the public to see. Oh, come on. You poop head. So that is what just happened there is because we have a lot of people using the lab at the same time across the country. So that is going to take me a few minutes to get back in, but I'm going to go ahead and log back in.
Miss Williams, do we answer these questions?
Yes. So your privacy, you want to change that to either friends or to private. You never have everyone. That is a one-by-one post situation. Okay. Review your review posts you are tagged in before. Always, always yes. Because what if you're doing something with somebody at an event and they tag you in it and you don't want the public to know where you are because you might have a stalker or it might leave your house open for somebody to break in? Always agree. And what if they're saying something derogatory, like the post of you stole my girlfriend, you stole my boyfriend? You don't want everybody to see that. They don't need to be messed up in your drama. Always review posts that you're tagged in. Who sees posts you were tagged in? You don't want everybody to do that. You can make it private and then change each one individually. You can have it just friends. Well, what if you got some friends you don't want them to see what you're doing because they're possessive over you? Make it private. And then you can change this individually.
I changed all my stuff to friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Public post. Who can comment on your public posts? I'd make it private so nobody can comment. Unless you're in a group, like I'm on Facebook for the PLTW Engineering and Computer Science, and all three engineerings, and then both computer science groups, and so in that case, those posts in that group, because you can have group settings, then I have it set up for everybody. Because I would, if I'm asking for help, then I want the whole group to be able to help me. Who can follow you? She doesn't have any restrictions on followers. So a lot of social medias, they'll say, okay, they have to send you a request to follow you. Mark that. Who can follow you? Friends or private? Nobody can follow you, or only friends can follow you? Who can contact you? Same thing. Who would you want to contact you? Would you want anybody to contact you? Or just your friends? Or do you want no one to contact you? Yeah. This is where you get the, hey, you're so cute. You want to go out sometime. You get the creepy stalkers. Who can see your friends list? I would always make your friends list private. Because I doubt your friends want anybody else to find them that they don't want to find them. What if they've got a crazy ex and they know you're friends with them and the crazy X wants to find out what's going on, so they log into your account and then start searching your files and your posts for their ex because they're still possessive over them. Or they think somebody did something wrong, wronged them in some way, and they want to stalk them and find them so they can go hurt them. Same thing. Who can look you up using your account email address? Only friends or private. So unless you have a social media page for a business, you don't want everyone to come looking for you. Did it again. It's probably because I'm not doing a whole lot. Who can look you up using your account phone number? Again, make that one private. You don't want anybody having your phone number and looking you up. That's a big security measure right there. Okay. That's just my personal preference as a mom and as somebody that, I've had weirdos look me up on my phone number way back in the beginning of social media. I'm like, no. Do you want PLTW to stay connected to make your profile available to outside search engines? No. That means anybody and everybody can get you. That's one thing she got right on this one. Blocking. You go through your blocking and decide which one of these blockings. So restrict select users from seeing your posts. Yes or no? Probably yes. Yeah. Block select users from any visibility and interaction. Yeah, you don't want your crazy ex stalking you. Block messages from select users. Yeah. Block invites from select users. Yeah, you don't want some dating app sending you invites. Unless you're into that kind of thing. I hope not. Encryption. Encryption's really good. It encrypts it within this website. Okay. Encryption is a safety protocol. All right. Always check your account settings. So that is everybody's assignment for tonight while you're sitting around doom scrolling. Check your account settings on all your accounts. And I'll tell you, sometimes those account settings get changed by the company that owns the social media site and you never know it. You might get some kind of blurb that says, oh, we've changed our account settings, review your file. And that's all it says. Well, if you don't go do it, you're never going to know what the account setting changes to. So protection measures to protect your privacy on any social media. Restrict who can see and comment on your posts. Control what posts you want to be tagged in. Restrict who can search for you and can follow you. Restrict who can contact you. Daniel Loretto. So I want you to read about Daniel Loretto. You're going to check for understanding. Phishing and spam. And if I haven't already, this vocabulary will be up. Okay. I want you to go to phishing and spam, and I want you to follow the directions and go and work on the rest of that yourself. Make sure you're taking a screenshot of the activities that you finished. So like this one, take a screenshot. Make sure I get your avatar, your name up there in the top. Okay. And then this is what you're going to submit. Every time it says take a screenshot, those are the screenshots you're going to submit for 113. Okay. So for the rest of the class, start with 2 of 6 and work on this by yourself. Okay. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're looking, you're checking, you're reading, and you're understanding. Okay. So in the security lab for number 12, it says open the PLTW stay connected web page, click messages. So you're still here and you're going to click messages. So you're pretending to be Shania. Okay. And then go through this and follow through. Again, if it says take a screenshot, you're going to submit that screenshot. Don't submit until you have all your screenshots of what it tells you to take a screenshot of. Okay. And you're going to have vocabulary. I think there's 4, but I'll go back and I'll check and make sure. I left my notes at home, but I'm pretty sure there's 4. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to close out my lab because it'll probably crash on me again anyhow, any second when I stop using it. But, or I'll just leave it open until it does crash. I'll just do that. Okay. And good luck.